Hey, this is Shana Ross with Shana Ross Fitness, and I wanted to give you just a little demonstration this morning on how fast you can prepare a quick and healthy breakfast. Now, that's probably one of the things that I hear the most when I'm meeting with a new client and taking them through a nutrition consult. We start talking about breakfast. Do you eat breakfast? And many times the answer is no, or sure, I have a very healthy breakfast. I have a bowl of cereal with skim milk, some fruit, and a glass of juice, which is all carbohydrates. And remember, if you want to be really, really healthy, you need a great balance of all of the macronutrients. You have to have good protein. You do have to have some carbohydrates, and you have to have some healthy fats. And the breakfast that I'm going to show you this morning includes all of those things. All right, so here's the important things that you need to do. I do this on Sundays so that I have everything laid out and ready to go for the week. I have some pre-chopped mushrooms. Very simply, what I do on Sunday is I clean the mushrooms, make sure that they're ready to go. I chop them up, I put them in a baggie and into the fridge. Next thing I do is I chop up either some onions or some shallots, and either one is good. It depends on what you like. Chop them up, put them in the refrigerator so they're ready to go. Once I have those things done, then I make things as easy as I can on myself. I buy pre-washed spinach. All right, so I have everything ready. I pull all of this out of the refrigerator. That takes, maybe 30 seconds, no time at all. And then all I have to do is get my eggs, and I make a 3-egg omelette. And I also use 2 of the yolks. I take 1 out. Now, I know some of you might be falling down right now going, oh my God, cholesterol. No, you can't do that. I have a good take on that. It's too much to go into on this segment, but if you're interested and want to know why I eat cholesterol, why I'm including healthy fats, such as avocado, and cooking with olive oil in this meal, then I encourage you to give me a call and book a nutrition consult, because there are a lot of things that we as a society have been misled about, and there's a lot of things out there in the media that you hear every day that can be very misleading. So I would love the opportunity to sit down with you and tell you why this food right here and why what we're going to be cooking looks the way it does. All right, so we're ready. Have all our ingredients. All you need to do is just simply crack the eggs, put them in. Doesn't take much time at all. And as I said, I use 2 of the yolks. I take 1 out. And I use whole eggs. I don't use egg whites. All I do then is I come over, I take 1 of the yolks, make sure all of the whites are off of it. Now I've got my 2 eggs, beat them up a little bit, and seasoning. Rather than just salt and pepper, I am a big fan of PENZEYS spices. There is a store located here in Houston, Texas, but you can also find them online and order just about anything you want. This is one of my favorites, Greek seasoning. It gives a little Mediterranean flavor to what you're cooking. You don't need a whole lot of it because it is an excellent seasoning, and a little goes a long way. So we're just going to put a little bit of that in. And then I like to put just a tad of water because it actually helps to make the egg a little fluffier. Now, keep in mind, I am not a chef. I just have on a chef jacket because I thought I looked cute in it, but I'm not a chef at all. So, I'm sure if there are people out there who cook a lot and are watching this, they're like, oh, she doesn't know what she's doing, and I don't. I just get up and cook healthy food, and I'm trying to show you how fast that can be. All right, so what I'm going to do now is this is the actual prep time. So I'm going to get my iPhone, turn it on, stopwatch, and I'm going to start it so I can show you just how quickly we can put this together from start to finish. All right, here we go. Clock's running. Take a little bit of olive oil. You don't need a whole lot. Put just a little bit in the pan. You want to just make sure you get it coated. That's why you don't need very much, because you're going to swirl it around. All right, my eggs are ready to go. Turn the heat on. I keep the heat up pretty high to begin with because I want to get the pan heated up really, really well. Now, while that's heating, I have about a cup of the pre-washed spinach. So to make good use of my time while that's heating, I chop up the spinach, and now it's ready to go. Give the eggs one last swirl, and in the pan they go. All right, let's see. We're not even at a minute yet, which is great. Now you just want to leave it there. You don't want to disturb it. Let it cook a little bit. You're going to put in however much ingredients you want. I'm not a huge fan of mushrooms, but I do like a little bit, so I'm just going to put a little of that in. Not a huge fan of onions if it's overdone, but they do add a really great flavor, so I'll put a few of those in. All right, so that's looking really good. We're going to put the spinach in. I do like spinach. As you can see, that's going to make up the bulk of my omelet. So basically, we have everything that we need for a healthy breakfast. Now, these are just a couple of little grape tomatoes that add some color and some extra flavor. You don't have to put a lot in. So, the eggs are our protein. Extremely important to get protein first thing in the morning and not jack your insulin up by eating a lot of carbohydrates, because that's going to give you a huge energy boost. But then about 10 o'clock, you're going to be wanting to put your head down on your desk because you're crashing. So we've got protein in our eggs. Starchy carbohydrates are not very much, because it's really best not to do too much of that in the mornings. We've got fibrous carbohydrates in the form of our vegetables. The spinach, the mushrooms. Now you notice I'm just folding the eggs over. I'm not really scrambling them. They're just going to continue to cook as I do that. And it's really, really pretty. And isn't it nice to start your morning off with something healthy to eat, something that looks good, and take just a little bit of time for yourself while you're doing this to get your mind together, to get your day kind of planned out a little bit. That way you're not, the alarm clock's going off, you're jumping in the shower, rushing. But you know, it's just a great way to ease into the day, being fed, feeling good, feeling healthy. All right, that's it. They're done. And look at the color. Very, very pretty. Very, very nice. Oh, let's check the phone. See, my camera person's taking care of me. 4 minutes, 20 seconds. Less than 5 minutes for a nice, healthy breakfast. How about that? Not too bad. All right, so we're going to walk over then and plate this. You're going to come with me and follow me. There we go. Now, the thing that I like to do to finish it off, put a little bit of healthy fat into the breakfast, which is very, very important. I'll take a quarter of an avocado. And if you would like to put a little bit of a spicy, perhaps Mexican flair on here, you could certainly put some salsa on top. And that's it. That is a healthy breakfast. Includes everything that you need to get you going in the morning. If that looks like a lot of food, well, you know what? You need that food in the morning to kickstart your metabolism, get you feeling good, get your brain firing, send you off to work ready to go. So that's my healthy breakfast. I'm glad you could drop by today. Give me a call if you'd like to learn more. Thanks.